I'm Helen Maalouf. I'm a designer and stylist and a hat maker, really. And my label's called Helena Rose. I'm organising groups of teams in each country that I visit. I've been travelling for 1 year around the world and creating teams to style projects and ideas and team build. I called my label Helena Rose because of my sister. She can't speak, so her name's Rosie, so I thought I'd just combine my name with her name and call it Helena Rose, because my label is really all about expressing yourself and really out there. And so the reason I started this, I call it my world tour, is because back home I would do occasionally collaborate with people on a shoot, and it was really nice to just get together, not have any deadlines or pressure on what we were doing, and just create something. And being around the world, you have so many amazing artists that are unknown. So I found I've got a few sites like Model Mayhem and Facebook and LinkedIn, and I will just research different photographers and artists and jewellery designers and models and all sorts, anyone I can get involved really, like florists, cake makers. It doesn't really matter what you do, I can try to involve you in my projects. When I have a team where everyone is really passionate, it kind of gets me going on the day, and I have so many ideas, and it's really motivating to see that no one's giving up on this industry when it can be in times really hard. There's times where I'm sure every artist thinks, I'm going to give up now, I'm done, this is too hard. I'm not getting anywhere, I'm not making any money, I'm not meeting the right people, no one's seeing me. But at the same time, you know, the only competition is yourself, and if you keep trying to be better and better, someone is going to notice you. If you speak with the right person, eventually they'll know who you are. Recently I made good friends with a girl named Mel who supplies makeup. So now she tries to be in the country I'm in and supply makeup. So that's really sweet. And you know, then I have makeup supplied to a makeup artist, so she doesn't have to, you know, use all her product. I wanted to do something with inexpensive products, materials, but still effective. So I came across these pearl fuse beads. I think most people would remember them when they're a child. Little coloured beads, you make a shape you want, which I found out wasn't easy. And then you iron them. So for days I just made circles and squares and triangles and played around with colours and made all the bits, and then I just started constructing them. During my travels I did an internship, and one of the designers was throwing this away. So I said to him, wait, give me back the ribbon. It's lace ribbon. It's usually used for lingerie. That's why it has holes. So that it's like the ribbon you use on garters and things like that. So I kept this ribbon in my suitcase thinking one day I'll do something with it. And then when I decided to do the colour project, I decided to start gathering this ribbon with a plastic thread so it's strong enough so it won't break. And then what you would do after that is you would catch every single little curve with each other and work your way down, hand stitching it all together. But since, you know, these are fast-paced projects, I've used glue for the moment, but really you should be sewing it all together, and it would take a few months. This probably took a week. I think having a story or a theme or a colour in mind is usually very helpful in coming up with a good set of images instead of just shooting anything.
Yeah.
Tony. So in Japan, it was about 7 years ago. It was my first trip around the world by myself, and I was really inspired by Harajuku, and all the girls come out and the boys, and they dress up and they wear different clothing and lots of colours and textures, and I'm really about all the textures and colours and contrast. So I remembered that time, and I thought that would be great to do something really colourful here, and I see it like colouring the world with my vision. So meeting new people and doing something really fun. So yeah, it's just a matter of little changes. We took out the headpiece, the clips, we put a necklace and some plastic dots, and there you go, it's a whole nother thing. I went out and bought like pom-poms and paper, but we just went with the paper and did paper dress. And then I was stuck with like 3 bags of pom-poms in my suitcase. So I said I have to use them now because I spent the money.
My name is KRISTINE, TOCE, and I'm a nail technician, and I'm doing nails today. So the theme is so very bright, pop out the colors. So because of Helen, she did everything very colorful and bright. So I've seen the mood board yesterday, so I decided to go very light, but very PVC, look like glass effect. So it's quite transparent, but reflects light depending on how the light is catching up. So, but still the clear, long nail. And then moving on to that, there is some pom-poms going on in actual shoot. So I had little details, which are like little dots, colorful dots. And actually we're thinking to pop in like pom-poms and actual nails and going down the hand. See if that works later on, to be honest. My career, been nails in 3 years now. I did master's program, and they do sort of fashion orientated photography, makeup, hairstylist, nail technician. So I did the nail technician program, and after that I started doing more work in the shoots. I think it actually brought me up understanding about storytelling, what is about the shoot, that you have to tell your own story with whatever you're doing, and I think that helped me to grow as an artist.
My name is Toshi. I'm hairstylist. Yeah, today, I did for hairstyling for model. I have been living here for 2 years. I'm doing for 2 years hairstyling. Yeah, last month I went to New York. I had seen many my favorite hairstylists. Today I've done ponytail and some piece of hair. Taking out, then a little bit moving, fringe and small hair stuffs.
The last look is simply really simple, just all white dots, and then really dramatic jewellery. So wait, I go that way, right?
Are you going to show it at the bottom again?
The blue. All the little pieces that I have left, I always bring them because they can be so useful. As always, things change. I'm just going to add a little few green pom-poms, I think. Something like that. We'll see how we go. So we're matching up the shoes now with the hair. So that's what happens in a shoe. You just keep changing your ideas and eventually it's something new. And now we're adding it to the nails really quickly because we've decided to just cut some corners and do it now and put a later.
Cute little alien. I'm Natasha. I'm a photographer from Sydney, but I'm in London for a week. And just so happened that Helen is in London as well. We actually know each other from Sydney. We've worked together on a couple of projects down there, and when we found out we were both going to be here at the same time, kind of coordinated to meet up and do a shoot. So pretty excited to work with her again after a whole year of not seeing her. That's so cute. Can you maybe put the ring at the front? Maybe grab the jacket up. Just turn that ring. Sorry, you're freezing up. I do fashion and commercial stuff mainly, so I do a lot of editorial work for magazines and stuff, and I do fashion clients like fashion designers and students and work on their portfolios, but then I do commercial stuff like advertising and product photography, because that's sort of your bread and butter in this industry, unfortunately. It's not the fun stuff, but it's the paying stuff. Well, this is actually my first time in London. I'm based in Sydney for the moment, but looking to move here next year, so kind of came up here just to set up and see how it is, see if I can deal with the weather. Helen's got a lot going on for this, so I'm going to try to shoot it as simply as I can, in that the model's posing. I want to try to work with her to get something that's a bit more relaxed, a little bit fun, and I'm kind of going to be shooting it with a really low depth of field, so that whatever's in the background, the pink houses and stuff, they don't take up the majority of the shot, that they're just kind of in the back there. So for me personally, I think I'm going to be focusing on the outfits that she's created, because she's telling this massive colourful story, and I think it would be a shame to focus too much on other stuff around, when the costumes is really what makes it.
My favourite type of styling is when I can just grab something random like vegetables and make it into something fashion related and shoot it. So from that I got inspired to do a shoot in Croatia, where I used a lot of fruits and vegetables, again, as props instead of using flowers and jewellery. I used like a pineapple and coconuts, and we found a whole pile of broken wooden chairs and put them up together into a big pile and shot it as a background. It looked like you'd made a set. Definitely say make a living to create, because if I couldn't create, I would lose my mind. I don't do it to make money, I do it more to just inspire people, and I'm actually very inspired by them as well. And sometimes in a country I'll put a team together and they don't know each other, and I find that amazing because they live in the same country. So social media is really important to me because it's the way I connect with everybody. I'm always on my phone, always on my laptop. And even though everyone knows social media takes up so much time in our lives, I can't live without it, because when you're in a new country and you don't know anybody, you don't have any networks or contacts or anything, the best thing to do is to get on the internet and just research and find creatives. And the great thing is they all put credits of who they've worked with. So you find one photographer and you think, oh, I like the model they used, so maybe I'll contact her. I'd say the industry, to be honest, is really not changing in a way, that everyone is so competitive these days, and it's really cutthroat, and it's getting to the point where everyone's worried about being copied and being keeping their work a secret. And I don't want to work for free because I don't want I'm worth more, and that's very true, but at the same time, if you look at it like that, you're never going to meet new people and expand. And to be honest, I don't believe anyone is original as such. Of course, everyone is different, has their own ideas, but they always are inspired by someone else who has done them before. I find this industry really competitive and difficult. I mean, they always say it's not what you know, it's who you know. But the thing is, if you don't know anyone, you really have to get out there and get to know people. And this is like I found the best way I can do it.